it's Jessie Pittman with Fidelity National Title, and I am so excited to be here today with one of our fabulous partners, Monica McDonald, who is a realtor out of Central Florida, and our very own Olivia Blackburn, Business Development Executive for Fidelity. Monica, let's start with you. Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Well, I was born and raised in Ecuador, South America. I've been here for over 20 years now, and I'm married to Jason McDonald, my best friend. We have 2 daughters. We live in a farm.
And specifically,
yeah,
what do you live in on that farm?
in a log cabin.
Which is amazing. I've had the pleasure to have lunch there, cooked by her husband,
Yes,
Jason.
he's a great cook.
And yeah, it's quite a beautiful home, and I think that it just represents you and your family so well.
You know what, it's funny because one of my customers, we were at a closing, and he said, you know, I picture you at this very fancy house. And I said, you want to see my house? And I showed him pictures, and it was, you know, totally different.
Right.
He's like, I've never pictured you in a farm. I'm like, yep, I'm a farm girl.
That's me. I love it. All right, and Olivia, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Like you said, I'm in business development, and I've been in sales my whole professional career, starting from when I was 18 and I used to sell cars to now being at Fidelity National Title.
And I remember interviewing you, and you were so excited. Like, it had been a while since I've seen so much passion out of someone so young. It was really refreshing to meet you and just see your desire and your hunger and your passion for not only just sales in the industry, but to make something more of yourself and to really put your name on the map in Mount Dora and beyond. So excited to have you both here.
Yes, I'm excited too. I do have to say that you're absolutely right. Olivia has such a great energy. When I met her, I felt like I've known her for a long time.
Yeah.
So it's been great working with you, Olivia.
Aw,
you. Same here.
Love it. All right, guys. Well, let's get into it. We're here to talk a little bit about real estate. So, Monica, what was it that made you get into the real estate industry?
Honestly, many years ago, I started it in the apartment industry, and I had my license for a while, never thought that I was going to use it. But then when I became a mom, I realized that I didn't want to go back to work, to corporate, to a 9-to-5 job. So I decided to put my license to work. So that's why I got into real estate.
That. And was that in Mount Dora?
Actually, yes, that was in Lake County. After my husband and I, we had moved into Lake County. That's when I decided to actually become a full-time realtor, yes.
And it's been quite the journey since then, I'm sure. How old are your daughters? Remind me.
So Isabella, she is 14, and Camilla, she'll be 10 next month.
My gosh.
So yeah.
So we're gonna dive in and talk more about all of the success that you've had in real estate, but let's switch over to Olivia really quick. So Olivia, you moved to Florida from Kentucky, a small town in Kentucky, to, like we said earlier, really dive into sales and make a name for yourself. So talk to us about that journey. What made you take that leap of faith?
So 3 years ago, I was in my office. I did account management and B2B sales, and they spontaneously sprung on me that we had an opportunity in Orlando, and if I wanted to fill that position. So I was like, yeah, of course. And they were like, okay, well, you've got 2 months to go to prepare and go. So I sold everything in my apartment, and on my way here, I just had my clothes, my dog, and my car, and I was gonna prove to myself and everybody at home that I could come here and start a whole new life and build this foundation. I hit the ground running in my sales position, and then I also took a bunch of courses on the side for marketing, Google Analytics, anything I could get my hands on. So when they eliminated my department, I had accumulated all this knowledge that I could just dive into the real estate industry.
And is that when you joined the mortgage firm as inside sales, right?
Yeah, I actually was the marketing, head of marketing there.
That's
so,
right,
and it was all those courses and stuff that I had taken that helped me be able to get myself into that position.
Yeah,
so.
and I think some of my favorite pictures of you, it was a recent post that she did on Facebook. Did you see it?
Which one?
When you sold everything in Kentucky and you moved to the high-rise building, but literally I saw that post and I'm like, that's the Olivia that I met. You know, that's the spirit in you that honestly is so contagious. And I think like Monica said, you bring this energy, people are attracted to you, and we're excited to know that, obviously, working alongside you, but even more, we're just really excited to see what you do with that energy and the impact you'll have on the community. So, Monica, past 10 years, let's talk real estate. It looked so different. So walk through some of the differences that you've seen, whether it be in trends or in the market.
Honestly, it's so funny to look back because I remember working in the apartment industry. We had to advertise through the For Rent magazine and the Apartment Guide, right? So at Publix, you got these little books and magazines. Social media was not a thing, right? So we went through the condo conversion, market crash, short sales, loan modifications, and all that process. So the one thing that I've noticed is, as everybody knows, there's just no news. The market is always changing, but it's how we change as professionals and how we really make it work for our families and for our careers and for our customers.
I always say it's in the power of pivoting, right? From market to market, from client to client, but truly what you have to be is an expert of pivoting, and of course being educated on the trends that are ever changing, as we know. All right, guys, so this is not a Mount Dora commercial. I really want everyone to get to know you guys and what you love doing in Mount Dora on the weekends. What does your weekend in Mount Dora look like?
Honestly, we spend a lot of time in our farm. Once in a while, depending on the season, we go blueberry picking, strawberry picking. So there's so many farms around there. And the lakes are phenomenal as well. And the gators. I mean, there's alligators all over. I love watching alligators. So
I don't know how often I have heard someone say that statement, but I appreciate it so much about you, Monica.
Yes, it's
Olivia, we know that you are working an open house, like literally every single weekend, but when you're not working an open house in Mount Dora, what do you love to do?
I love to walk by the lake, see the occasional alligator, and go shopping in all the cute little knick-knacky shops in downtown Mount Dora.
All right, can't argue with shopping on the
Yeah,
weekends.
can't.
I can't. So Olivia, we talked a lot about your success as an individual, but tell us a little bit about how working on a team has really benefited you and created more success for you.
I consider myself to be someone who has pretty big ambitions, and I tend to take on my plans and everything on my own. And in the beginning of my career, I didn't really enjoy working on a team. I kind of figured I had it all myself, but I'm really, as I progress in my career, I'm seeing the power of synergy and how important it is to have people in your corner and to be on a team where you can expand your energy off of others and learn from them, because there's something to learn from everyone, and it's important to always be a student. I think a lot of my success so far to my teammates.
I love that. You know, it's often that we hear you are the 5 people that you surround yourself with, and you talk about your corner and who's in it, right? Like, you've got to constantly be aware of that. Just a few weeks ago on one of our sales calls, we talked about who are your 10 referrals that at any time you could generate business from. But beyond that, who are the 5 people in your life, whether it's personally or professionally, that are closest to you? And how do they represent you and vice versa, right? So I think that being a part of a team, whether it's you as an individual realtor, but being a part of a team is powerful. And over the years, just seeing your network, Monica, how that has increased so much. When we met literally in your log cabin in Mount Dora to talk to you now about your referral network in Tennessee, in Florida, in Colombia, all over. Talk to us about that transition.
Honestly, I have to say that it's all God. I'm getting a little bit emotional. I can't take the credit for any of it. I know that He has opened doors to places that I have never dreamed of. And I have put one shoe on and put the other one on as I go. So, and absolutely, the people around me, I mean, you guys have been amazing. You guys have been on this ride with me for a very, very long time.
It's been a journey.
Yes, it's been a journey. So absolutely, I have so many people to thank for afford a lot of things.
Yeah,
Yes.
well, we're excited to partner with you and watch your growth, support it, and honestly just watch you become more and more dynamic with each passing year. So talk to us about your business though. Realtors have so many different ways to prospect, to bring in new business. You know, you're constantly changing your focus. How has your business grown over the years?
Well, I realized when I moved to Lake County that I didn't know anyone and I had to do something in order to become a successful realtor. So right away, I realized that after showing many homes to buyers, right, that you spend hours and hours and hours in the car, I said, well, no, I'm gonna be a listing agent. So I worked very, very hard for a full year to make that transition. And I remember looking at myself in the mirror pretty much every single day, telling myself that I was the best listing agent in Lake County. And I built my business on for sale by owners. So I was that crazy realtor that will knock on doors of for sale by owners and that will call them on the phone and just keep on following up with them. And little by little, all of that paid off. And my business has been built on for sale by owners up to this day.
Real question, do you still do your daily affirmations in the mirror?
Honestly, no. But I do have next to my mirror my goals.
Good.
Okay, that I read them every single day.
I always think about that. You guys remember the video of the little girl in the mirror, like,
Yeah.
I am smart, I am beautiful,
Yeah.
I am kind. So, you know, we're adults, we're grown up now, and but still that message is so powerful. Like what you pour into your mind every single morning, like that's going to determine the rest of your day. So my challenge for you, Monica, is to go back to your daily in the mirror affirmations, girl.
You're right, I'm going to do it. That was a good reminder.
You should. Olivia, last question.
Okay.
So you have been just amazing on social media. Your presence, the audience that you're increasing. But do you feel with your expertise that social media has more of a positive or a negative impact on our real estate trends moving forward?
So I believe that social media is a huge asset and tool to growing your business and to growing your platform. I definitely think that it's really important. The only time I think it becomes a liability is when you're putting your intentions and your attention in the wrong places, because there's a lot of fear mongering out there, and if you're reading bad news all the time, it will drain you and burn you out.
You know, it's mindset, right? Is half the battle in what we do every single day, and who we spend our time with, their ideas, their thoughts on the industry. It can be really uplifting, can create new challenges, or can really wear us down and beat us down. And it's our job as professionals to protect our intentions, our attention, our focus into being positive and constantly thinking of new ways to build wealth, not only for ourselves, but for those around us. And if we get bogged down by the negative that we see on social media, you know, then that could really take over. So.
Absolutely, and also it's a great tool, it's a free tool, but also if you're not in the right mindset, other realtors or people in the industry will start comparing their business to yours, right?
Yeah.
Everybody has a different journey. You know, it's not easy to be out on social media. It's not easy to be consistent, right? So just do it. You know, don't be afraid. Don't compare your business to other people. Maybe give them a call. Say, hey, how are you doing this? Help me with this, and then just go for it.
It's a great way to connect and collaborate for sure.
No, absolutely. And guys, speaking of collaborations, I love this partnership, but I do want to wrap it up with just one piece of advice that wasn't on these prep notes for you guys. So I just wanted some authentic advice, but if you could give someone a piece of advice that was moving from a small community with big aspirations, what would that be?
For my fellow realtors, it'll be, don't be afraid, pick up your phone, make those calls, and go after your dreams. It's gonna be hard. Every day is a hustle. You have to go after your business. We're self-employed. So yeah, just do it. Pick up the phone.
Love it, love it. Olivia?
My advice for someone who is making a big move in life and they're feeling a little unsure just go for it. And if you hit any roadblocks, don't take it as failure, take it as something to learn from.
Thank you guys so much for joining me
Thank
at
you.
this round table. This was awesome, and thank you guys for watching.